Welcome to my solution for task 3.4 HD, where we were supposed to use templating tools and incorporate the database first method. So this method says that instead of writing the code first and then connecting to the database, what we do is we have the database first, and then we use a templating tool to generate the models in the database context being like the link between the app and the database that's gonna retrieve information and make changes. So I've uploaded a document. I gave a link to a document where I um, like showed step by step all the things that I've done because this project took some time. But in short, first I followed the video, the community video, and then I had another quite interesting video that helped me figure things out. But in short, what I've done is first I have connected to um, my database, which is here, and I have created tables. I've created them in Visual Studio with all the um, nulls, not nulls, with the types, data types, and all the things required. So I've done it in here. And then secondly, I followed the video, which was to create in a empty solution, create a library, the standard library, and then download the tools, which is let me show you. So download the EE Core Power tool. It's just easier to reverse engineer this way. So when I was connected to the database, it was easy just to go ahead and reverse engineer, and I got all those bunch of I got my context, DB context, I've got my models, and I've got those templates. So the first thing in the task sheet was generated classes should not be partial. So first, when I generated them, they were partial. To my understanding, like they were partial here. To my understanding, what I did is I found in the templates in here, and I deleted the partial word and I reverse engineered again so that my classes wouldn't be partial. Then I gave some default types, and after having all that and following the community video till the end, then I had added a new project, which was the web API, and I slowly started moving um, all the endpoints here. So I have two projects. The first one is a straightforward one when I use the context in the controller just to fetch data. And then the second project, I have moved the persistence layer and the also the persistent layer, and then the class where I had the fast member, which is the repository, and the other one. So let me show how it works. Let's run it. It's gonna take a moment. So it's pretty easy with DB context to even update and to fetch data, and have really simplified methods for that. Um, the other issue I had was in the second project when I had persistence layer. I had to make some adjustments, but I will show that once we get to the second project. Okay, so both of my solutions are connected to the same database. So let's see what we have here. I want to show the endpoints are working and then create a command so that when we move to the second project, you can see. Okay, so I have 3 commands and let's create a new one. So I don't have to provide ID. I have those 3 by default. Let's create a Felix. Okay, Felix number 13 is created. And then let's fetch him. Okay, all good. Let's update Felix. I think it was which number? Sorry, number 13. So I have to provide the ID here because in my code I have like a statement that checks if it's a matching. I'm not gonna update those, but I have to keep description because okay, successfully updated. I'm not gonna delete Felix because I want to see in my second project that I can fetch him. Let's just check. Yeah, updated Felix. Okay, so it all works fine. Let me move to the second project. So in here is the same project, but I had introduced the persistence layer. So I had separation of concerns, like I separated those the data access. So in here, let's first have a look at the fast member. So in here I also wanted in the second project with the persistence layer, I wanted to introduce the comments for the methodologies in Swagger UI, but I had an error. It's all in my document. There is some, I think, problem with the path with the scaffolding handlebars somewhere there. But it's not that important, so let's just see how it works. So that is the fast member implementation. So I expect to see Felix because in my other project I added Felix, but they both share the same database. As we can see, we have the Felix, number 13. Okay, so let's just have a look. Post. I don't have to give ID because it's automatically. I don't have to. Oops. I don't have to give those. Let's have Barbara. Okay, Barbara 14. Um, so just to show that it will work, Barbara. And IDs again have to match. code 200, we successfully update. Let's just have a look. We have updated Felix, updated Barbara. It's all working fine. And let's go ahead and try to delete. So when I try to delete something that is not there, it's gonna give me command not found, 404. So let's delete Barbara. Did it successfully. So in here, the challenge was, well, I have it. The challenge was the update. I have 3 versions for it. So the middle one is taking advantage of the execute reader. This one is pretty much the same as in the first project, just moved it around. And this one is like something in between. I use context to save the changes, and then here I just assign, like, change the value. Sorry. So I didn't implement the fast member for the map because it's pretty much the same. But let's see the ADO implementation. So I had to re-record this video because um, my other recording program didn't allow me to, like, show the screen that was generated, like the Swagger. It would, like, keep recording just this screen. That's kind of weird. Um, and like in here, just to say, I had to make some changes here from the NPG SQL. I had to update my string. Okay, there you go. So that is the ADO persistence layer, and I expect to see, like, the same results. So let's have a look. Okay, updated Bob, updated Felix, and Barbara. I was looking for Barbara, but we deleted her. I forgot. So updated Felix, post new one. We need ID. Those are by default. Let's do Tony. Okay, 201 created. Tony. I think, was it 15? Let's try. Okay, yeah, 15 Tony. Update. So we have to provide matching IDs. So what's gonna happen if I don't have a matching ID? Let's see. Running this. Command was not found. Okay. Pretty close. I thought I put, no, but I didn't. Okay. Tony has been updated. So I put like more explicit. Only updated, and let's delete them. I thought I put like more explicit error. I might update it later. Just to give more direction as for what was going on. Okay, so it all works pretty well. There's been some challenges like in here. Like basically everything was pretty straightforward, but the update with the execute reader, I had to make some changes here, and then I had to change from single to single or default because I was getting like an error. Yeah, I had to change here. Yeah, it all looks a little bit different. I didn't pass the result here, I just passed the object. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.